The old double flap.
Okay, day 4. Let's get it cracking. We're gonna start doing some steering linkage, put some pulleys on, get some tires on. Big day today. Let's get it going. For this build, it just so happens to be that the tie rod is the same size as what I need, so it puts the spindles straight with how I want them. So I'm just gotta go measure that tie rod and then replicate that with the new setup. We should be banging. Alright, so like I was saying before, we just have to replicate basically the original factory tie rod, which is straight, which is nice. Unlike some of the other mowers I've built with different steering setups, they are all different. The tie rods get built different. This one, it happens to be straight. That's super simple. I've had other ones with bends on them or who knows what. They're all kind of different. It depends on the mower. For this LT1000, it actually has a super simple setup, and I really like the way it's going. So we'll go over this. I got my heim joints here. I got some bolts. Same bolt. Alright, so one's lathed, one isn't. I'm gonna lay this one down for the next setup. But that gets threaded into here. That makes that adjustable. Like so, and then that will get pushed into there. I'll press that in, and then I'll run a bead in there, drill a couple relief holes, weld those. That should be nice and solid, and then same thing, same setup on the other side, like so. And then I'll be able to adjust. I'll put some lock washers in to make it perfect. And then that way we'll be able to change the steering setup. Okay. Okay, there's the new tie rod setup. Hopefully that works. It should work. All should be good. Okay, this is where we're at so far with the steering. I'm building my steer rod, as you can see. Some heim joints. Down. It does steer good. And yes, it steers when it flexes too. Solid, so we can test it, but I'm really liking how this is coming together. Super simple setup. Not simple, but kind of simple. There it is. Okay. Okay, let's talk hubs. Pulley hub, pulley. So I get these plates down at the hardware store. They're a 5-bolt pattern. I put studs in them, or you can bolt through them or whatever. And then you get just a little hub adapter. It's a 3/4 inch inlet hole there, and then whatever that outlet is. That goes on there. I'm gonna grind this all down, weld the inside and the outside. I built this, not built, but I made this little tool here that helps me bolt everything together so I can weld this stuff. You get the idea there, locks it down, so once I grind this down, I can run a bead and then pop that off and I'll run a bead on the inside. I use a smaller bolt for this hub setup, pulley setup. I'll grind this down, weld it, that will all be solid. Those will all be nice and strong, and then I'll install them, and I got the tires and rims now, so we'll put those on, we'll get cracking. I always lose my gloves, it's nuts. I did end up finding them this time. It only took me about 5 minutes. Sometimes it takes longer, and I get upset. I get upset. The hub's all welded up. Nice job. Alright. Test mock-up. 25 inch for 12s, 7s on the trailer rims. Mounted backwards, valve stems in. Damn. That does it fucking decent. You can see now that it's definitely more off-road looking. Even flexing out for you guys. Yeah. That looks awesome. I'm loving it. See where the steering rod's gonna be hanging. Damn. Okay, that's wrapping up day 4. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. We'll do day 5, big day. Get some tires on, get everything mocked, see what some flexing looks like, some steering looks like. But the big things are getting done. I like what I'm seeing. Okay, see you later. All right, day 5, big day. A lot of things are gonna come together. A lot of big things come together. We're gonna try and get everything on 4 wheels and moving and steering, not driving, but kind of get things set up so we can see how things are going to have to get finalized. Belts, clutch system, brakes. I'm going to turn this into a brake lever. You guys will see that down the road here. I got to finish up the steering, but it does steer. See? Put the seat on and stuff like that. Bumpers, like a lot of stuff needs to get done, but first thing I'm going to start off with is remounting the engine solid, hopefully for the rest of the build. To get the wiring back in, start looking at exhaust. But oh, that actually reminds me, I'll have to start with exhaust. But okay, let's get to it. Woo! All right, we got some exhaust made. As you can see, there's a tube, but there is more, because I did do a dual exhaust on this thing. For what reason, I do not know, but it looks good. Cool. There it is. I'm gonna make my own mufflers for it. But okay, I needed to get that done. We're gonna get on to the next thing now. Whew. All right, so we're installing the battery now. As you can see, this big green straps, battery tie down, couple mounts, holds it in there very securely. I am gonna be putting in a heat shield in between the engine and the battery, just for safe measures. That's how she's looking. I'm now gonna install all the wiring back in there and start getting it wired up. Let's get it. All right, so we're cooking in with some wiring. It's doing good. Battery's in there. As you guys can see though, not much room. So I am building a heat shield out of an old piece of aluminum sign I have. So that should work out real good. We'll get that in there, put some more wiring in, and I'll see you later. All right, you guys might be able to see some changes, or adds I should say. The sign's in there, bolted in, I just gotta throw the bolt in it. Nothing too crazy, wiring's all in there. Not all of the wiring, I'm still gonna do some LEDs. Nothing too rowdy. I just gotta attach the positive there and she's turnkey right now. So that's pretty dope. We're gonna get this steering all welded up so we can start steering some tires. Alright, so steering's now welded up. Should be pretty good to go. I do have to weld in some steering bump stops, kinda, not bump stops, but like steering stops. I'll explain that in a second here. But here it is. Honestly, this thing fucking steers unreal. Can't believe it. These are a little bit smaller tires. I'm hoping to run on it, but still, as is, that is still great. That's still, like, that's insane. I love it. Give you guys a little sneak peek too. Some flex. And yes, it does still flex and steer. Other side. Now, there also needs to be bump stops welded on the axle, depending, but honestly, the steering's looking like it works, so I might just be able to leave it how it is. Alright, so the next thing that needs to be done is I need to build steering lockouts so that you don't oversteer and bend stuff. So that happens right about there. So on the other side, I'm going to bend this guy in so it hits the frame. So I'll put it like on this side, when this is fully steered in, I would be bending this little tab in so that this hits the frame instead of the steering locking out. So that will be my little steering lockout. I will try and use the factory one, try and bend it in to fit perfectly, and then that should be decent. This mower's coming together pretty quick, and I'm really happy about that, especially with the performance of the steering so far and the flex. I just need to tidy it all up and get everything looking fresh, but it is looking pretty damn fresh if you ask me. Alright, let's do those steering stops now, and then on to the next. Alright, so I added the steering stops in, and then I did a little bit of painting just to make some things look nice. Spindles all finished up. Gonna install it, see what she looks like. Alright, here's how she's looking. Got the red accents to make some stuff look nice. There's a bump stop. There's the other one. Now, I don't gotta worry about it coming in contact, and now you can't overstress the steering, which is perfect. Exactly what we want. Whew. Okay, it's coming together. Like it. Alright, so I'm working on the back area, back pan. I just cut off this bottom portion from on there because I didn't really like it, and I'm gonna be adding in a rear bumper, and that will be going there, and it kind of gives it a higher clearance look. A couple other things I did was inside here. No, these are not what I'm using either. These are just mock-up bolts. But anyways, I did put these 3-inch spacers. They're 1-inch OD and 3/4 inch ID piece of pipe there. So both sides got that, and those work pretty good. So as you guys can see, it's starting to become something. It's looking decent. I wish I had some front tires for her to put on, but I'm still looking for some. I make these things with what I'm given or what I can find at the time. So tires like this. I mean, you can buy new ones like mine. Those are new. Mitch's ain't too new, but they work great. All these tires just work phenomenal. It's crazy what even less tread tires like these ones do, but I'm really happy still. It's gonna do phenomenal. Crawl, go rip, everything you want, all on a mower.